So you've probably been hearing a lot about LiveGood lately, and I want to take you through a run and a personal tour of the member area when you join, or if you just want to check it out. So all you got to do is you can click the link below, or you can go to joindavegardner.com. Again, that is joindavegardner.com. And you can actually take your own tour of LiveGood. But I just want to go through and point out a couple things. And one of the things that I just found just as I was going through this, super cool, worldwide, because I've actually gotten in touch with the company and I asked them, are there limitations? Are there certain countries that aren't acceptable or aren't, able to buy stuff, maybe that aren't blocked? And their response was, they are basically shipping everywhere and they've taken orders from everywhere. And a cool thing that I just looked at now, all of this stuff we're going to go through is in English, but even the banners, where the banners are, you can choose amongst any language. Notice there's probably 50 languages here or more. So for example, if we just click on French, notice everything converts to French, even over above the banners, all the tabs, details here, everything over on the side is converted into French. Let's say we don't want that, we're doing, let's go for Spanish, another very common one. So now we have it in Spanish. And a little cool thing that I saw that pops up, notice when you hover over, it actually will pop up, says the original text, and then contribute a better translation. So obviously they're using some software that's going to translate instantly, but you can communicate with the company or with the program that does the conversion and has that. So again, one thing right here, again, LiveGood is a global company and a global opportunity. So I do want to point that out first and foremost. And then we'll get back in here and we'll play around. So when you first log in, obviously there's the home and you can get some details. You can go ahead and order your materials. We'll look at that in a little bit. You can see what your downline or genealogy looks like. You can get in touch with the person who enrolled you, and you can even see who your upline leaders are as well. And then you have your three major links. One is a link to the basic website that has your username on it. Notice the username is just tacked on at the end. One is directly to the store, and then one's more for business builders that would be given a tour of the system, assuming they wanted to build a business, versus just building a store or having customers. So if you just want to have customers and clients, then obviously you would use this link right here, and you could send them directly to that page and they can buy certain products. Obviously they have a better pricing. We're going to look at those in a minute as well. And so right there we can look. I just want to show you full transparency here. I just joined. It is January 29th, so I'm just starting promotions. I joined at January 25th, so I'm just learning this all right now as well. However, the sponsor that I have has almost 300. We're going to see if he has hit 300 people already. So we are going to be on an awesome and amazing team if you join with me, and we're going to connect you with the funnel and the system that he's using as well to build this massively, and again, to build this worldwide. And we want you to be part of this. And so notice I got on the yearly membership program. There's two ways that you can join. There is a $40 one-time only administration, basically joining fee, and that actually gets split between the affiliate and the company. So the affiliate would get 20 of that, and the company would get 20 of that, and then the whole program and the platform would be set up. What you also have as well at that moment and every month after, there is an additional $9.95 charge that will then be charged every month. So basically for your first month, it's $49.95. 20 again goes to the affiliate, and of the $9.95, half of that goes to the affiliate as well. And then after that, I'm not even going to go in and think that I can explain the comp plan. I will let you become familiar with that. There are 6 different ways. We're going to take a look at some of them in a little bit. But again, I'm not going to explain those to you. That's more basically, if you were to look at the videos that they have live trainings, they have Zoom calls, and they're going to go more in depth with those. You don't have to worry about that. Don't even stress about that right now. One of the awesome things about LiveGood is that they don't really pressure you to sponsor people. And they also don't really pressure you to buy products. There is no minimum requirement or minimum volume that you have to have. So it's really cool with this system. So we've seen my membership. So let's go into the shop. And this is what businesses really should be about. They should be about real products and true products. And they have some really amazing looking products. I've ordered a handful of them already, and we'll see that in a little bit. And A cool thing about this, when you go down and you scroll through, there's quite a bit of products. There's some that are limited time. And then we also have packages. So if you want to try out a handful, I didn't do the math with it, but it may be at a slight discount, or may have just compiled them together. We also have some swag, so hats, t-shirts, shaker bottles. I would recommend getting a shaker bottle, for example, if you get the proteins or if you get the greens. That way you can mix them up and shake them up real well. But what I want to just talk about here is the price. The price point with LiveGood is freaking amazing, because I've been in some other companies where a bottle of vitamins is about $60. And a lot of times those companies jack up the price. Maybe it costs them $5 to $10 to make the bottle, but then they sell it for $60 because they're trying to, equate and make this magic formula of, sharing the volume and sharing the commissions amongst many levels. And so what happens is it ends up not being very easy for people to become part of that program, because number one, they don't want to buy a $60 bottle of vitamins, because they can go to Walmart or Costco or their local grocery store and they can get that bottle of vitamins for 15 or 20 bucks. Well, guess what? Take a look at the prices now when you're a member. And so if I were to order here, look at the member pricing, $9.95, freaking amazing, versus $17.95 if you were just a customer. Now, as I said a few minutes ago, it's $49 to join. That's $40 for the original affiliate registration fee, and then $9.95 a month to maintain your membership. So if you were to get and go to the store and buy a $20 bottle of vitamins, or you could buy a $20 bottle of vitamins here, but you wouldn't be a member. Now, you could spend the same, buy the $9.95 bottle and the $9.95 membership. There's your 20 bucks. Now you can partake in the compensation plan. So you got to think about the math that way, because likely maybe there's another product that you would buy here. So you're really going to start to save. You're basically breaking even on any first bottle you'd make, but any other bottle that you buy after that, you're basically breaking and making better on that compensation plan, and making better, on your own purchases, because every one is going to be about $10 less. So if we just go back, another cool thing, each one tells you what the basic thing does. Notice we have multivitamins for men, multivitamins for women, vitamins, minerals, cardiovascular support, aging and health, so on and so forth. Obviously, men and women have different physiological states, different chemicals, different hormones, different cycles, so therefore certain things might be in the women's that aren't in the men's, and vice versa. So for specifically, women's have iron to help alleviate, and to compensate for menstruation and loss of blood, to get that iron back in so that you can have healthy life. Now, a cool thing again about each of these, and you can go through all of these, I'm not going to go through every one, I'm just going to show you some of them. We have pictures of the bottle, we have their labeling, and so you can actually go through and actually see what chemicals are on here. So for example, the bottle of vitamins for men, we got vitamin A, vitamin C, B, the whole B series. We got folate, vitamin B12, you got biotin, there's a whole slew of these. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but again, it's chock full of good nutrients. A lot of these are organic, that come from organic materials. They've been certified. And so we have a lot of great products here, and you can get a little description about what they're going to do for you. Again, I'm not going to read that. You can go through and check each one. And then a cool thing is the comparison. And this is what I was talking about a few minutes ago. If you joined another company, you might spend $50 a bottle, $60 a bottle. Maybe if it's a serum cream, we'll talk about that in a minute, you might spend $100 for that material. Maybe it's CBD oil. So if we go back to our whole list, we have, again, multivitamins. We have one for bone density. We got super greens and super reds that promote different things. We have magnesium for, nerve and energy support. We have plant-based protein. Now, I buy protein, and I bought it from different places, and it could be anywhere from $25 to $40, depending on where you get it. If you try to buy it from a company, it might be $60 for a bag of protein. It might be 20 to 30 servings. And again, at 60 bucks, it gets very expensive. So if we take a look at this, the price again is freaking amazing. $22 for basically a 30 serving size. 34, even if you're not a member, 34 is still a great price. So if we go and look more at it, we take a closer look. A little hard to see here. So this one is 15 servings, but there's, let's see how many grams of protein, 20 grams of protein. So 15 servings. So basically, if you're at $22, it's about, maybe $1.25 per serving. So that's still relatively cheap. Okay, most bottles contain anywhere from 15 to 20 servings from what I've seen in protein. So just compare that. But again, what I'm talking about, when you look at some of the other things, again, they might be the same thing, maybe 20 servings for $60. Now we can compare that as a little bit different. This one would be better to compare to because it's the same amount of servings, 14 servings, 15 servings, but $62 versus $22, it's a no-brainer. And so one of the things, again, to consider is price point. And if you're going to try to build a business, you want to have a business that you feel comfortable talking to people about. You don't want to feel awkward and odd and like maybe immoral at heart when you go and talk to someone and say, oh yeah, it's only $60. Now, obviously, if you're marketing and you're doing great and you're putting all your effort in, and if you have your own products and your products are worth that money, go for it. Absolutely go for it to sell. And when I look at the things that I do on the side and other things, a book that I wrote or in my coaching and my stuff in the lacrosse niche, and I look at what other people charge for, fixing my car and, a plumber comes or, maybe someone wants to do the driveway or just do something. Prices have continued to go up and up and up. So you do need to value yourself, obviously. But when it comes to this, because inflation is going so much and the prices of things keep going higher and higher and higher, it just becomes out of reach sometimes for people to join a business. And so if you have the opportunity to have a lower amount of price points for this great product, then that's going to allow more people to take a look at it. If they find out right off the bat, or even if you just went to them and said, hey, I got this great coffee. So look, here's a great coffee. It's got some mushroom base to it. It's more organic. You're going to focus on mental clarity. Right now, you can order it, and it's only $18. But if we take a look at the comparisons, some of those other companies that have been coming out, and we take a look at this, so there's 30 servings of coffee in this one. So at $17, even if at the retail, $30 or $29, obviously there's going to be some shipping involved. But if you're going to do $30, that's $1 a serving. You go to, Starbucks, you go to Dunkin' Donuts, you're spending $5, $6, $7 on a coffee that's probably not great. And I don't drink coffee per se, so, just to put that out there, so I can't make a comparison between those. But if you look at some other ones that are out there, the price points for the same amount, $40, $35 versus $17. So the price points, they're knocking them out of the park with LiveGood as far as the member pricing. And again, to be a member, it's only $9.95 a month, and then you get access to all this member pricing. And most of them are about $10 less in each scenario. So I mentioned again, the protein, we got super greens, we got super reds, CBD oil. Take a look at these. Anywhere from 18 to 28, 750 mils. There's also a 1500 mils. So notice the 1500 mils, only $26. You're not buying, and this is a cool thing, you're not paying twice as much. Okay, it went from 18 to 26, and this went from 28 up to 36. So it's not even a doubling because it's doubled in size. You're getting a great deal here. Then this is where it gets really good, because when you compare $18 to $90, it's kind of insane, or even $80. Full of great materials. I believe they have a couple that are either regular flavor, natural, or notice peppermint. Notice the price didn't change. So again, whether you need CBD oil, whether you need protein, whatever you need, or maybe you know someone who needs something. Maybe your dog or your cat. Notice there's even CBD for pets. Maybe your dog or your cat get a little skittish and freak out when a lightning storm comes through, or maybe there's a loud music, or maybe just someone shows up unexpected and they're freaking out and you want them to calm down, so you can get your dogs to calm down. And so other companies have the same stuff. Notice $14 here, member pricing, 22, even the 22 again. That's what I'm saying. Even the 22, even the retail prices are lower than the prices in the other companies. So it's absolutely a no-brainer when it comes to price and price points to actually take a look at LiveGood. And so again, if you have heard enough already, all you got to do is go to joindavegardner.com or click the link below. Again, that's joindavegardner.com. And again, I'll keep going here, but we have essential amino acids. We got inflammation management. So maybe you got sore joints, you work out, maybe you have some fluid retention and you want to take care of that. And so again, look at $18.50 versus $56, $58. Okay, again, it's kind of a no-brainer here. Now, these ones right here, limited time products, when LiveGood was formed, they're actually being created by a person who has created other companies in the MLM niche. And so these may end up being permanent. Right now, they're limited. So you can get your action on them right now and get yourself some of these things that were costing and what they were charging in the other places. So ageless. So this is by Skinny Body Care. The CEO is the one who also created Skinny Body Care. And so $15 for this serum. When they were charging it in maybe the other company, maybe it was at $90, $100. Notice here, $86, $60. You can't beat it for $15 if you're worried about your wrinkles. So we have things for all different scenarios here to help you out. And like I said, we have a whole bunch of packs as well you can look at. You know, if you're focusing on just daily essentials or the ultimate wellness, if you want to get a little of everything, test it out, sample it, and then you can actually tell other people what it's all about. And so if we just look at this one, the whole thing is $399. Now, a lot of times another company, if you were to join another company, they might urge you as a starter, oh, you got to get your starter pack. And the starter pack is at $599 and blah, 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 and includes all this. Even the retail price at $449 is less than you would be paying for those other companies. As a member, only $299 if you wanted everything. Again, there's no pressure to buy anything at all, but obviously the more you sample and the more you taste and the more you experience and the more results you have for yourself, you become a product of the product and you start to share those concepts and those results with other people, or people start to notice the result in you. And they say, hey, what are you doing? What are, have you been working out? Have you seem to be so vibrant and energetic. What's going on? What's different? I'm noticing a pep in the step. I'm noticing a perk, or, you're looking more fit, or your face looks younger. Like, what's going on? So it's a perfect leadway into what's going on behind the scenes with LiveGood. So that is the shop. With my info, you just have, I'm going to scroll through this. This is basically, stuff, my name, my email. I'll maybe try to blow that out and highlight that off. But your info's there, your order history. Like I said, I joined and I mentioned the concept of $49.95 to start. So again, that was $40 plus a $9.95, and then it's $9.95 every month for as long as you want to stay a member. With the bottles that you order, before I forget, the bottles have a 90-day, again, that's a 90-day end of the bottle money back guarantee. So I ordered a few things. So if we take a look, I'm just going through this and checking this out. Hopefully this will show me and pull up the right thing, or actually it's just my tracking number. So again, I'm learning this as I'm helping you out as well. So we got our tracking link. Notice it's supposed to be here Wednesday. That's awesome. I just ordered it a few days ago. So basically less than a week to get to me. So that's really cool. And with the receipt, hopefully it'll tell you what I bought. I believe I bought 5 items. And it will open up. And let's see what I bought. So I know I got a multivitamin. I know I got the greens and maybe the reds. Yeah, the reds. And then I got the protein. Let's cancel this and just scroll down. So notice I got the multivitamins for men, $9.95. I got the complete proteins at $22. I got the super greens at $18, super reds at $18, and I did one of the energy boosters at $18 as well. So by itself, I mean, the shipping and handling is one of the biggest prices. Shipping is unbelievable these days. Unless you're at Amazon and you have Amazon Prime and you get, kind of take it for granted and you get all those discounts on the shipping. Shipping has gone up. I do other stuff in the business, like I mentioned lacrosse, I mentioned some other marketing. If I have to ship stuff, obviously shipping costs a lot these days. So my whole order was $103 for 5 things. Again, $103 for 5 things if we remove the shipping and handling. And if I were to do that in another company, I might have only been able to have 1, maybe 2 if I was lucky. The bottles of vitamins I was doing before, they had a morning and a night version, and they were $60 each. The protein was $60. So, I mean, for 3 things would have been $180 right there. And, I got 5 for just about $100. So pretty freaking cool when you think about the value and the price that we have here with LiveGood. So there's my order history, my team. Like I said, I have just started, so I don't really have much to show you. I'm just starting to promote. But like I said, my upline has 300. And what they do, they start to trickle through a forced matrix all the people that join. So they only do it once a week though. That's why part of this is a little bit empty. I joined late Thursday night, so I may have missed the cutoff. But when you look at some of this, just some of the things you can look at. So for example, we have the regular matrix view, which here I am right here. You can see when I hover over it, we'll see down at the bottom who enrolled me. You know, I'm unranked and I'm just an affiliate. As people go through, you can see the different rankings. It goes from unranked to bronze. I believe bronze is sponsoring 2, silver is maybe 10, and I forget what the other numbers are, but going gold, platinum, diamond, and then these are the empty ones. And so there's different viewpoints, and we can look at the matrix. So right now, again, my level's deep. I don't have anyone because, like I said, just being honest, I've started. I have someone come to take a look, so I have a lead, but I haven't talked to many people. What now I'm just doing is building my base. I'm building my foundation so that people can see from different angles. So I'm doing some videos, doing some training, getting familiar with the system and the platform itself. And so when we look at the power line, this is the real cool part because it talks about how many people joined after me. So 1,875 members joined after me. So what happens is on Thursday nights, they dump them all into the matrix. And so there is a chance that I have part of those people going under me, which is really cool. I didn't have to sponsor them, but it's called spillover. Now, there is never any guarantee you're going to get spillover. Obviously, the more active you are, the earlier you are in, you have a better chance of maybe getting some more spillover. So depending on when you see this, I would highly recommend you get in and just secure your spot. You get in, you can do it, and you can check it out for a while. If it's not for you in a month, ask for a refund, okay? As simple as that, or just cancel your account, and you're good to go. And so there is that, and that will be building over time. And so we'll go to the next thing, my referrals. Like I said, I have only had one. So, you know, my buddy Sam here, and he checked it out, and I will be following up with him. But over time, you can do a search. And obviously, I don't need to do that right now because there's not many people in there. But you see their name, their email, what type they are, level they are at, their status, and you'll see their details and phone number. Going to my enroller, same thing. We can see who enrolled me, their email, the upline leader, and then the diamond leader. So we get to see a little bit of the upline at the same time. The leaderboard is the cool thing. So like I said, Jeff is my sponsor. Oh, he finally did it. So in the beginning of this video, I said he was just getting to 300. He's now at it, 301. The closest person is, you know, well over 100 below him, but gaining and continuing to build. And then Ed is our second, is his sponsor. So I have 2 of the top 4 people in my direct lineage. So again, Jeff sponsored me and Ed sponsored Jeff. So I've already been in contact with both of them. They both actually have systems that are being built. And I'm I'm pretty much guaranteeing that if you join me, I'll be able to get you access to those as well. And so we can have a nice system together. And that's what helps build program and helps to create a lot of duplication. That's the system where you can just plug people in and people can go with it. And so what you also get in your back member area, and I mentioned this already, is basically 3 websites that you could use. So you have the main corporate one. Notice when you go there, it would have, you know, the products, you can look at the mission, you can look at the team, and, you know, you can go to the shop or log in. We have the retail store, basically bringing people more directly right to the shop, not to just the general website. And then if you want more for business builders, I would recommend this one. So if you are talking to someone and they're interested in the business, they want to find out more, send them this link here. Or better yet, send them to a generic page, build up your email list so that they're on your email list, and then redirect them on the back end. And that would be a great way because then you can have your own team follow up and you can be building email lists, building that email list and building your relationship and engagement with those. The statistics, here's a cool one for those that actually do like to pay attention where they're getting the leads and their clicks from. And so you can see where I got my clicks from. So for the last few days, you know, started to ramp up just a little bit. Again, you know, 14, 21, 19 clicks, not too many over the first few days, but then I've had 45 today. And so the question is, where did they come from? I have posted on Facebook a couple times. I have a YouTube video right now just talking about the general company. And I have a couple blog posts. So the question is, well, how do I know where they're coming and where should I focus my efforts? So a great little thing here is the source statistics. And we can see I got my one enrollee off of my blog. So TDG is The David Gardner. So my blog is at thedavidgardner.com. And this is the blog. And this is basically the main subtitle to what the blog post is about. And so I have, a click rotator. I have a domain. So again, I told you, if you're watching this video and you want to find out more and learn and join and lock arms with me, go to joindavegardner.com. Again, that's joindavegardner.com. And what you will do is you will come right to that page. You will see the option to do a tour. And so I've sent some to my existing list already through that. So that way I know they're clicking that link that says Join Dave Gardner. MLM Gateway is another place that I belong to. It's basically a platform that you can actually get leads and other people that are involved in the network marketing industry. This one didn't have anything that was attached to it. And then 3 other blog posts of recent that I just posted and I'm starting to share out there. And so all you have to do is add this code at the very end of your link. So your link ends where your username ends. So for example, my username, Dave Gardner, where that ends, after that is a question mark, source equals, and then whatever your source code is. So notice it says Dave Gardner. Dave Gardner ends here. So if we highlight it, there is the end, and then you have this question mark, source equals, and then whatever, ABC. So every single thing here, except for this one that says none, is my source. So I basically just copied that link on, a notepad, and then I just keep changing the very last part. I keep changing this part right here, which is really after the equal sign. That's what you have to change. You have to change where it's after the equal sign where it says your source code. So all of these things are after. So make sure you don't have any spaces. Notice I have a dash. You can probably do a dash or an underscore, but do not put a space because that will probably throw off your tracking. So if you have Facebook on certain days, don't do Facebook and then space, Monday, Facebook space Tuesday, do Facebook dash or Facebook underscore, because that links that together. Then you'll know what day it was from or what blog post. Okay, so that's a really cool feature if you want to know what your tracking is to help with your ROI. Then you can focus on certain parts a little more. And again, like I said, I've only been in for a few days, just figuring this out, and we are getting ready to roll. But I want you to be in here with me, and I want you to get a firsthand look at this, because you might not see this version anywhere else. So you might just have to come in, and I want to give you a preview of it already. Earnings, obviously, I don't have any yet. I just started. But a cool thing is there's multiple ways to get paid. And so you can select a payment option. I'm doing direct deposit, but I believe from memory you can do direct deposit. Notice you can do on e-wallet. They also have crypto. So if you want to get paid by crypto, you can do that. And so there's different ways, different options. Again, you can check out your rank. As far as the pay plan, we'll come back to the other stuff over here, but the pay plan was kind of linked through that. As I mentioned in the beginning, I'm not going to explain it. There's too much to talk about and worry about. You just need to worry about getting in and then just let the magic happen. But obviously you have to take action. Don't just expect that money's going to show up. You need to get out there. You need to spread the word about the company. You need to talk to people about joining. You need to talk to people about using the product. So lots and lots of opportunities here, but there are 6 ways to earn incomes. So you got the weekly fast start. That's basically just, if you basically promote and someone joins you, as I mentioned, of the $49.95, you're basically going to get 25 of that. And so 20 of the original 40 registration goes to the affiliate, as does 5 out of the $4.99. So basically you're getting 50%. And notice there's other ways that gets broken down and shared. So on the first level, you get 50% regardless of what your rank is. But then notice as you become a bronze, a silver, diamond, you increase the amount of levels that you can increase your commissions on. So there's details there. You can get matrix commissions. Notice the percentages are smaller, obviously, because you're going to spread the wealth between everyone's there. So you can take a look at that. You have matching bonuses. So people that you personally sponsor, there's opportunities for you to match and get partial of what they own, okay, or what they earn, I should say. The retail sales. Now, the retail sales, from my personal interpretation, if someone comes in and buys at the wholesale, I don't believe you make any money, but it helps overall volume, which is then going to give the opportunity for the company to pay out those commissions just on the matrix itself. Now, when you come in and you have a customer buy a product, so let's say the retail value is 10 and the product the retail value is 20 and the wholesale value or the member pricing is 10, that's a $10 difference. So what happens is there's a different split between the company. You get 50% of that and the company gets the other 50. So you'd get 5 of that and the company would get 5 of that. So hopefully that makes sense. And then again, going down certain levels, certain percentages that would be spread out. Then you get influencer bonuses. If you were to sell so much, then what they're going to do is they're actually going to ramp up your commissions based on how much you sell. And that could be anywhere from 50 up to 100% commissions. If you have a massive team, maybe you are a superstar and you have the ability to sell hundreds of thousands of dollars of product every month. Let's just say it's at $50,000. They're going to give you 100% of that. Now, that would mean obviously that you sold, $50,000 worth of product, and then there's going to be, instead of that difference between you and the company and splitting that 50-50, you're maybe going to get a 60-40 split or a 70-30, maybe an 80-20, 90-10, and then finally you're going to get the whole commission over $50,000. So lots of different ways. And then for the diamonds, when you finally get to diamond, there is a 2% split of the total sales. So another cool thing and cool feature. Now, if we go back, the rank, like I said, I don't have any rank because I'm just getting started here. So if we look, I don't know, bear with me here, details on rank advancement, pay plan description. So we just looked at that. Okay, look at the rank advancement. Here we go. So bronze, you must have 2 personally enrolled members for bronze, 10 for silver, or notice different enrollees, so that there's other options as well. Gold would be 30 personals or 3 different, with a couple combinations of other people doing things. Platinum is 100, and diamond, 3 separate things with a certain amount of platinum, plus 2,500 members under your team. And so obviously active members are ones that are there and have placed an order. I'm not sure personally if that means place an order on the actual product, or if it's just placed an order, meaning they're on the monthly membership. So I need personal clarification there. If that's a question that I personally have, hopefully I will find that out and be able to get back to you. So there's a lot here to look at. It's relatively easy to go through, nothing overbearing. Yes, the commission structure might be a little bit confusing in parts, but don't let that bother you. Focus on the fact that it is extremely low entry point, extremely low product prices, and high quality products. So those are the key things. And if you go with the product first, the rest of it just falls falls in place. A way to contact us over here. You can do their email. You can do the company address if you want to mail something. I would highly recommend watching this video. It just gives a detail about the cutoffs every Thursday night. Like I said, people who have enrolled up through Thursday night, they all then trickle and get pulled in under that matrix. And like I said, there was thousands of people that were under me. My matrix might start to fill in, or maybe I have one leg fill in. I'm not really sure. I will probably do another video after the full cycle and everything goes, so I can, as I become more familiar with it, then obviously I'll be able to share with you as well. So you can go back and you can look a little more in detail on the privacy policies. Those are more PDFs. Refund policy, like I said, it's a 90-day end of the bottle, empty bottle guarantee and certificate. So if you, not certificate, but refund, if you don't like what you taste already, ship it back. They will refund your money. And another cool thing here that a lot of companies may or may not have, I've never seen it in any other company I have, is this certificates of analysis. So this is really cool that they're being ultra transparent as well. So if we just click on one, for example, the women multivitamins, this basically shows you the test that they did. They sent it out to a lab and they made sure that everything's were certified, that, things were clean, that there, was not molds in it. There wasn't other, bacteria or other materials in particulate matter. So everything's being tested stringently and made sure that it's at to the highest quality, because obviously they want to make sure they can continue to sell products and sell products at a great price. And so I don't want to sound hypey, but I can't say it enough that these prices are so good compared to other prices that I've been and had with a few other companies, okay? It's not just one other company, but I've been and dabbled and tapped in a couple different things over the last, 5 to 10 years, and these are the best prices, hands down, that I've ever seen. So I highly recommend at least take the tour, come in, check more, become a member. Okay, check it out. It's one of the most competitively priced business models you'll ever have at only $9.95 a month with no requirements to maintain volume. Now, again, you have that $40 one-time fee to register, but when you sponsor your first 2 people, that $40 is basically returned to you, because again, you're going to get a 50% commission on each one that you do. Let's say you sponsor 10 people, that's $20 for each person. That's $200. Not only have you paid for your commission or your original registration back, but you've also paid for your own membership for almost 2 years. And this just slipped my mind, but I want to point out, and I was getting to it, I think I changed the direction a little bit, but I had my first bill. So for example, the order history, $139.95, and my membership was at the yearly. So what I did was I paid a whole year in advance. And when you pay the whole year in advance, instead of $9.95 times 12, so let's just round it up to $10, keep math simple. So instead of $10 a month times 12 being $120, it was actually $99. And so you basically save you save 2 months, and you save about $20 if you get the full annual membership. And so notice my membership is good for a year until January 2024, and then it will just rebill at that $99 a year rate, again, saving me $20. So part of the money I saved, I put back in, and I bought some of those materials. I bought either, I could say I bought one of the bottles, or maybe even 2 bottles. I could have bought 2 bottles of the multivitamins at $10 each with this price point, versus only buying, maybe a third of a bottle, not even qualifying for a bottle in some of the other companies. So take some action. Go to Join Dave Gardner right now. We'll see you on the team, and we'll see you on the leaderboard. Take care.